Alright guys, thank you guys for coming. As some of you know, this is my father. His name's Scott. This is his black belt. His name's Gilbert. He owns Black Flag in Peoria or Gilbert?
Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix. Glendale. There's always subparts, but thank you guys for coming to the seminar. I'll let him take over because he's going to be the one teaching, and then we'll go from there.
I'm Gilbert, you guys. Just to give you a little bit of a background about myself, I am a Jiu-Jitsu guy as well. I'm a third-degree black belt. I have a combat-based lineage, so Chris Houter is my professor's professor. So if you're a Jiu-Jitsu nerd, then you would know who Chris Houter is. He's one of the Dirty Dozen. So I have a pretty strong lineage. It's a Machado lineage, and I'm really proud of my Jiu-Jitsu. I swear, like, I love Jiu-Jitsu. Been doing it for a long time, but I've been wrestling quite a bit longer. I think I just turned 42 yesterday, 2 days ago.
My birthday.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday.
Thank you. I started wrestling when I was 12, so quite a bit of wrestling. Now, so I guess I don't favor one of, that's a lie. I like catch wrestling better. But to me, grappling is grappling, which is why quite a few years ago I did away with, like, me personally, like lining people up by rank and the whole like bowing and everything. Like I love the martial arts and I love what they represent, but to me, we're all just people that like to choke our friends. All right, so in addition to being a jiu-jitsu guy, I have black belts and other things like judo, pancration, submission only catch wrestling. I was a SAW black belt, but for some reason Japan doesn't want to recognize most of those guys that are outside of the country. And I am probably my most notable achievement is to be an elite level coach with scientific wrestling, which is a designation that only a handful of people in the entire world happen to have. And I'm one of the, well, actually, as far as I understand, I'm the only person that is second generation in that coaching level. The rest of those guys were taught by a gentleman named Billy Robinson, who is probably the only reason that catch wrestling is even what it is today. He was an old school professional wrestler from England way back in the day who would go and do his shows during the evenings whenever he would travel, and then when he was done making his money, he'd go out and find the baddest actual submission grappler in town, and he would challenge them to like a no-holds-barred grappling match. So it's kind of cool. I would recommend looking up Billy Robinson if you've never heard of him. But anyhow, that was my coach's coach, and Billy had only had a handful of dudes that he taught before he had passed away. They call him Billy's Boys, and most of my coaches all came from that group. So I've been learning from Billy Robinson students for upwards of 8-9 years now, and I just in the last couple of years kind of was able to, I guess, to like a black belt level of wherever they're at, you know, like that elite level of coaching. So I have a lot of cool stuff. I have a pretty diverse background, and my goal is to just kind of give you guys a taste of catch wrestling today. Like normally, if we were gonna do like certification, there's a lot of steps involved. Like first we gotta like focus on how to stand, how to move, pivoting, and then like pitting positions front and back. That's day one, and then day two is submissions, and eventually I want to get to that with you guys. So if I could just show you some of the cool shit today, and it kind of gives you guys the itch to want to learn more, what I would like to do is come back maybe in late winter, early spring with my coaches, and possibly have like a certification camp and get all of you guys who want to at least certified as catch wrestlers under either Black Flag or scientific wrestling. So I will talk to your guys' boss at the end of class, and then in a couple of days get some feedback from you guys. Then hopefully, before March, you guys will all be certified as catch wrestlers in one way or another. And that's in the world of jiu-jitsu, that's a really rare designation. And it does open your eyes to finding that gray area where maybe you can't use all the submissions that I'm going to teach you guys today, but you can learn how to bend the rules if you're a competitor and find ways to win that you might not otherwise have. Or if you're in here training, you can just be a little bit of a dick and just crank on some of your teammates, Either one works though.
working for me on my crew, Sutton and Sons, and this is like a son to me, as well as this one. Love them both. And the best thing is, I'm still better looking than both of them, even though I fucking got them by a few years.
It's only because he's got this little fucking Superman curl.
Yeah, he got the Superman curl.
All right, so that's part 1 of 4 for the warm-up. Okay, now you guys are going to repeat that process, but we're going to change the rules a little bit. Now I'm going to be okay with allowing singles and doubles as standalone takedowns. Probably one of the biggest observations that I'm making is that, go ahead and type to me. All right, a lot of you guys, when you're here, you're kind of sticking your asses out, and I get that because some of you guys would have like a folk style or freestyle background, but I'm going to go low like that, stick your ass out. Okay, but as a catch wrestler, okay, for sure, I'm gonna start blocking you guys into dumb shit, like headlocks, face locks, and front chokes, okay, or, okay, where if I see you sticking your ass out, I'm gonna get this inside tie and just stuff you to the mat and start looking to break you down from all fours. So I just want you to be a little bit mindful that you wrestle and you grapple the way you want, 100%, I'm cool with that. But just be mindful that as you start to become educated in catch wrestling, that those are little things that we look to exploit. Although folk style and freestyle roots come from catch wrestling, generally speaking, in catch wrestling, we're a little bit more upright, and our takedowns would probably resemble judo a little bit more, but I'm also a kind of a hybrid guy, so there are times where I do level change. But when I level change, I don't like to sugarfoot and come way down here because I don't like to be off balance. So if I'm gonna be here, I'll just come down here and still try to keep my back straight and my head up. And if I'm tied up with somebody, I'm even still trying to keep that, but I'm down here, okay? If I can help it. Sometimes if somebody's pulling on me, I don't get to help that as much, but you know, just try to maintain a stronger base with a little bit straighter of a back. Keep your knees bent if you need to get lower. Because I've noticed as some of you guys are sticking your asses out, that's when you're going for rights. Okay, that's when you're getting exposed. That's when you're getting your leg picked up, and that's when you get snapped and turned. It's because you guys are like this or like this, and your upper body weight is over your center of gravity, which makes you way easier to steer and move. Okay, so we're gonna do round 2. Like I said, this time you can, if you guys want to finish the takedowns, I'll just finish them lightly. Singles, doubles. I'd like to see a little bit more on the body lock side. So if you're going to lift somebody up, lift them. I want to see some tilt now. Or if you get like a front headlock or a front head and arm, go ahead and take them over your shoulder. I just want to see a little bit more diversity in your takedowns. But that's why we're taking away just the body lock. So this is another 2-minute drill, or probably felt like 5 minutes, but it's supposed to be about 2 minutes. And then from there, we'll do some ground stuff really quick, and then we'll get started on our takedown drills. So we're going to do our technique. Any questions? All right, let's get it.
Down here, right? Now in catch wrestling, there's going to be a lot of submissions. So if I can get your head down like this, look, I'm going to come and I got your neck right now. See how easy that is? Because your head's too far down this way. Or I'm going to be right here, and I'm going to get this inside, and I'm just going to snap you straight down because you guys are sugar foot too much. So like high school freestyle wrestling, that's beautiful because that's what you're doing. But when there's submissions involved, we want to kind of be a little bit more up here and like this. That way it's easier for you to maintain from me being able to get your head down, because if you get your head down too much like this, I'm going to step in and I'm going to get guillotines. There's face locks like right here. There's throws right here that I can hit because your head's too far down.
So here's step 1. I'm trying to get the hyperextension of the elbow. Okay? And at the same time I'm doing that, I'm also trying to block their leg because I want him to step over. Okay? So if he does step over and I don't pop his shit, then I'm going to immediately go 2-on-1. Okay? And it's no sooner than I get this. What do you notice about his posture? He's bent forward, right? So I'm driving my shoulder, I have him bent forward, and he's just shifted his weight by stepping over. From here, it's pretty easy. I keep him glued to my body, and I'm just gonna block his foot and whip him down. Okay? Now, I let go of the arm, but I'm gonna show you what this sets up for me. So I have two options to attack his arm, okay? There's option one, okay? Come back. So I step in, he steps over. If I hold on to the arm when I block, it's already extended. I have an arm bar I can drop right into if I don't let go of the arm. Talk about what ifs. All right, so I go to grab his arm, I do my thing, and he bends it before I could lock it out, okay? If he does that, there's nothing wrong with that because it happens. All right, I'm just gonna change my grip from here to here, and I'm gonna figure four. Now, a couple of things can happen here. I'm gonna show you two options, but we're only gonna drill one. If he goes to here, okay, before he can glue it to his body, to his head, I'm gonna try to yank it out and roll between his feet with my head, okay? That's the competition version of this. Okay, so I go, everything's the same, boom. He pulls it in. As I feel him pulling it in, I pull on the arm and I step back to roll underneath him to try and compel him to roll or to break a shoulder. Ideally the second one, okay? But for instructional purposes only, we're gonna glue it to his body. Now check this out, move forward. I still have the same footwork option to take him down. But because he's bent forward still, okay, I'm just gonna roll him, okay? So the setup is still the same. I grab, I come in, he bends. As soon as I feel that, I'm just gonna put my head right between his feet, throw my legs back, follow through, and then from here, our options, here's what I'm gonna tell you. His arm is at his body and he's gonna keep it glued there. I got him on at least halfway turned to his back. This is what I would do. As soon as he hits the mat, I'm just gonna drop into north-south.
Once you pop the north-south, look. Get that north-south choke. Okay, pick your head. Now, this is what I want you to do. I'm going to take this hand. I'm going to take right here, push his arm this way. Okay, and I want you to get your head as low as you can to the ground. There you go. And that's what's going to finish it faster. Okay.
Now what you're going to do is you're going to kind of take it to the angle. Make sure you're not hitting the back of the knee. Now you're just going to take the shoulder and dive into the leg. He'll roll over you. Keep going, and then go to north-south from there. So shoot, take this one over.
You ready? No. You got this. It's not as hard as it looks.
Push on the shoulder. There you go.
Go. Yep, go. Now, pull that out, put it around my neck. The other way, over my
Overhook.
And move your
If Dominic's foot isn't forward, I'm going to compel him to go forward by pulling him. Go back. Okay. So, whatever position he's in, would get whatever is comfortable for you. I'm going to pull him, get him to step, right? And then from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to compel him to step back. Because if he feels that I get him to step onto that foot, usually a smart grappler is going to be like, he got me to step hard. That means he probably wants that leg, right? So I can step, boom. I'm going to purposely reach. I'm going to slap it because I want him to step back. Okay? Now, after he steps back, immediately after he steps back, I'm going to drive my head into his head, right? Okay? And you'll notice a couple things. I'm not sticking my ass out here. I still have a straight back, but I have my head into his shoulder. I'm using my grip to turn his head, and I'm using my head to drive into his head. I grab the knee, and I'm going to pull the knee and drive the head down at the same time. And this will open up a nice straight ankle lock right here. Or if I wanted to be super dick, I'll roll him over into like a half grab. Okay, that's where he gets all catch wrestling. We'll do that next time. head here, step to the outside of that foot and grab and turn. I go for the straight ankle, you're gonna deadlift that up. Let's see your hands. Okay, I want you to put your hand on your chest, down the order. Cup your hand with this hand. Okay, like right here, like that. Let's go down and come up straight like that. And if he doesn't tap, then step over and put him on. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to show you guys a pretty fun submission, but I'm going to tell you that it works on a lot of people, but the higher the grappling IQ, the less likely it is to work. But it is an old school catch wrestling technique. Go ahead and point your butt at them, Dominic. Okay. If he's on all fours. So usually like when we're on all fours in our gym, we don't play like a small turtle. Like we go into more of like a wrestler's defense here, okay? It's just because we're okay giving up our back because we have attacks that we can do, even with people with hooks in and stuff like that. Actually, I think didn't I almost catch you with an armbar when you had my back?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that stupid little thing that I wish maybe I should show that too, man, because it's a lot of fun. Yeah, but it's like we're not worried about this, you know what I'm saying? So, but I have a good black belt named Maverick, who he's like his whole mission in life is to be able to submit my brains out if I roll with him, and he was the first person to really hit me with this counter. I came in to reach for a toe hold, and he just double wrist locked me or kimura'd me and turned into a dogfight. But I want to attack this foot. So to do so, okay, first things first, I'm going to push on Dominic's head, and I'm going to kind of get him to lift a little bit, right? So then I'm going to take this foot, and I'm going to feed it to this hand here, right? So now I got a hold of his toes, okay? This hand is going to go palm up. And all I'm going to do is fold both wrists inward for a toe hold. Okay. So I'm going to get that. And then right after that, right after I get my submission here, okay, I'm going to let go, and I'm going to grab onto the far side knee and the foot, and I'm just going to tackle him down, break him down. We're just practicing both together because sometimes people won't tap, or maybe he'll boot out of it or something, right? But again, if he's like that, I'm not going to check his oil, but I am going to get him to lift, and right away, and you'll see how if I'm not quick enough, I'm going to look for the double wrist lock. He can hit that pretty easy, right? So I got to be quick about at least grabbing his foot. Go ahead and get the double wrist lock now. Now, if he pulls on my arm, he's attacking his own foot. So you just got to be quick about that. Now again, flex, okay? I'm going to grab the foot, or at least block, reach deep, and I'm going to pull this in as I drive. Okay. And that's all I want to do is just get that breakdown. I'm going to divulge a little secret on how to get somebody with like a good turtle to break down. Okay, but you guys can't tell anybody, and we can't post this. Okay? Let's get it.
I should have break before I even get that far.
He's walking like Jason Voorhees over there.
Yeah, my foot got shoulders to be done.
Put a mask and a machete in his hand. All right, so chop, bar it, pressure. I'm going to keep weight on him as I cross face, and sometimes or as I come around. And sometimes I'll do that just to get him up a little bit. Then I'm going to reach, and I'm in control right here. If Dominic moves in any direction, he's probably going to be in trouble because I have my shoulder lock that I can compel him with, and I have control of his wrist. And he can't reach this hand, that hand to defend it, so it's not too good for him. Okay, so keeping this here, I'm going to hinge his arm out, okay? And then from here, I have a couple of options. Okay, but really, I want to pin him, but I want to pin him as uncomfortably as possible. So all I'm going to do is roll my shoulders here, okay, for the pin. And we're only focusing on pin right now because the first submission was already available. So I want you to get the tap and then go for the pin. So the chop, break it down, keep the weight on him, okay, and then from here, okay, submission number one, all I'm doing is pulling his hand to his shoulder. I can lift my elbow off his body a little bit, but the important thing is that I'm keeping weight. Okay? And if I want to make this even more of an asshole move, cross face, and you will do this. So we have submission 1, 2, 3, and I'm just grating my elbows together. 3, okay, come through. If you guys want to skip this part, I get it, but we'll try this at least a couple times. And we're going to roll him to his shoulders, and I'm going to stay off my shoulders for the pin.
I had this young dude that was working me at Naga, and he was talking shit because he was like, "Oh, you need a rest, old man?" That's what he told me. Remember that shit? Because he had me huffing and puffing, and I used this move right here and tried to break his shoulder and got the tap, and I was like, "I'll take my break now." Fool. See, you wanted to fucking run your mouth. So we were tied up, and he let me get wrist control, right? So I shook him down. I'm gonna step through, and I'm gonna put my weight on the back of his thing and try to bring him down, and I feed this to my double wrist lock right here, okay? I'm keeping this weight down, keeping him from pulling up. I'm pulling this tight, keeping it chicken winged, and then here we go with that pivot step. I'm just gonna pivot step right here, and back step, and I'm gonna throw him to the ground, and I'm gonna follow him down. So right here, and then you're right here, I'm gonna keep this in tight, and if I need to, I'm gonna reach over and grab his head with my leg, and pull his head apart, and rotate the double wrist lock, which we call it. You guys would call it the Kimura.
Of scientific wrestling. But either way, I want to get you guys not just familiar with it, but I want to get you guys using it. And I can promise you, who's competing tomorrow?
Just us two, I think. Yeah.
Well, I hope that you guys hit at least one of these techniques, or at least try it. Seriously, because it's a lot of stuff that people won't expect. But that's kind of the cool thing about what we're practicing today is some of it's familiar, but a lot of it is unorthodox to the Jiu-Jitsu eye. It's just a little bit different. And because it's a little bit different, people tend to not see it coming. And that's kind of what separates us. We've always been on the smaller side of competition, and we're an independent team. We don't have a big affiliation. We used to be with the Jiu-Jitsu Brotherhood for quite a few years, and I'm originally a GF team black belt, but we've been independent for quite a few years, and we've made a lot of champions, and we have quite a few team trophies as an independent team, as a small independent team. And I would probably say that most of that comes from using our catch wrestling technique in that gray area of jiu-jitsu. Like, we bend the rules as much as we can. Once in a while, somebody will get disqualified, or we need to argue with the referee. But for the most part, we know how to play that gray area really well, and a lot of jiu-jitsu guys don't see it coming. Actually, you guys' sister school in Gilbert, like for a long time in the first couple of years, it was like Carlson Gracie Kingman and black flag going, and sometimes we get first, sometimes they get first. And so it was like a love-hate, but I learned to respect those guys a lot, man, because they were probably the toughest team that we had to deal with in the Valley for a long time. Yeah, there's some good dudes over there. So you guys are part of a good affiliation too, so you guys should really be proud of that. The Carlson Gracie team, at least regionally, is an amazing team. What you got in Vegas, what you guys have in the Valley and here is something special for sure. So I don't have anything else, man. If we could just take a picture, that'd be super cool, man. If we can go over there by your guys' banner.
Yep.
You got anything for us?
Nope, that's it. Just
Cool.
thank these guys for coming. I'm trying to get more seminars for you guys. I'm trying to get Alex Molinero down here in December. He's number 2 at his division in IBJJF. A couple you know Alex or met Alex before. Dude's super fucking magical in the gi. Okay, so a lot of the spider guard stuff that I use on you guys and like the Delihivas and all that shit, that's where I learned it from, was Molinero. And then, you know, the catch wrestling, anytime I've gone down there and done camps with them, I've come back and used the stuff on you guys. And you're like, oh, what the fuck you doing? You know, when I'm mother's milking you guys, that's catch stuff. So, you know, I'm using that stuff a lot. I like this stuff a lot. And it just opens up the door for, you know, just more martial arts to be here instead of just pure jiu-jitsu. You know, we're moving into the no-gi and into the catch. And then maybe hopefully soon we could start doing the sumo classes. I know I've talked to a couple of you about that. So
Yeah.
Remember, we have catch classes on
Thursday and Saturday
at
7 and then 10, because we do no-gi on Saturday at 9 and then catch and then the wrestling with David. So
Super cool.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm going to find an excuse to come up here and just do some cross training with you guys pretty soon.
We love that.
I like the vibe here.
Yeah, it's dope. And plus, if you're ever in Phoenix, go down and fucking visit them. I have Ryan's coming over there. I have a couple guys already like trying to go over there, and then they're going to be coming up here, and then we're just going to put a whole thing together. So
Yeah, you guys just get my number or my Instagram or Facebook from Eric. David and I are connected. Anytime you guys come down, bro, you can come to the gym. I teach classes down there, or if I'm not there that night, Gil's there that night. You guys don't have to pay a drop-in fee or anything like that. As far as I'm concerned, we're affiliated clubs because of my son, so all that politicking and all that bullshit's out the window.
Yeah,
Just
we
come
don't do
through.
none of that shit.
We don't do none of that
No,
shit.
we've never charged a drop-in fee.
Nothing.
Nothing like that. We've trained from people all around the world. People have come to do a little bit of catch, a little bit of jiu-jitsu with us.
Yeah.
So just anytime you're in the Valley, you don't even have to announce yourself. Just show up. As long as we're open, come through and get some training in.
Yep.
Thank you.
And then if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, what is it, Gilbert the Coach?
Yeah.
That's it, or Black Flag Submission Co. Either one of those guys, I'll follow you back, and we're usually posting some.
Follow our YouTube channel too.
Oh yeah, plug that please. What is it?
It's Black Flag Submission Co. On YouTube.
Yeah, the only thing that people have to say bad about me on there is that I'm chubby. Fuck them. Let's get a picture of you guys.
How'd you feel? How was it?
It's fun, man. It was a lot of fun. These guys are a good bunch. And like they're picking it up pretty quick, man. I like it. It feels good, man. Hopefully we can get these guys to host a camp, dude. That'd be really good to get them out here. To get Jake and Sam out here.
No, it would be dope to get catch wrestling from the valley up here.
Yeah, for sure. I think if we do like an actual camp, we could probably get 5 or 6 guys to come up at least. At least our OG crew. You know?
I'll be here. Yeah. How'd you like it, Eric?
It was dope. I love catch. I love professional wrestling, so obviously I'd have to get some on the catch side too.
It just works out.
Yeah. Plus, you know, when you have a guy who's in a catch already, so.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Just outsource. Thank you guys for driving up. I know it's a long ass drive.